I'm John,
And I'm Lisa.
and we are Spinning
Spinning Flames.
Flames. Flames behind us, yes. Episode 4 of Spinning Flames TV, SFTV, not STDs. And we are talking about Fleetwood Mac's album Rumours
Woohoo!
today. I
So
knew you'd be excited about that one. Rumours came out in 1977 and was the second album with the famous lineup that would include Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. So let's talk about it. Let's try some hot sauces. Let's have some discussion. Lisa, my darling, what are we dressed like tonight?
The album cover of Rumours.
Yes. So I guess that would make me Mick Fleetwood, the drummer, although I'm not like 6'4" or 6'5" with a ponytail and bone skinny. And you are not Stevie Nicks, but you are quite beautiful and elegant and
Thank you.
love the outfit.
Thank you.
So as you probably saw when you pressed play, we basically recreated the album cover, but with a bottle of hot sauce, a little twist on it.
And missing something between something.
Yeah, missing the wooden balls that were hanging between Mick Fleetwood's legs.
That would be easy on you.
Yeah, and I don't have a box that I'm standing on. I'm not standing on some strange little case either. But that being said, let's talk about Fleetwood Mac, an incredible album that really defined the late 70s for what they call, you remember what AOR is? What it stands for when it comes to radio?
No.
Album-oriented rock. It was a certain sound
I never knew
that you had on AM radio, not even FM radio, album-oriented rock, and it was a certain sound, and that sound is like Boston, Fleetwood Mac, Journey. That's AOR,
Ooh, I like that.
album-oriented rock. And so Fleetwood
Is there
Mac,
a channel like that on Spotify?
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there has to be. But I'm sorry, I can't support Spotify because they're the devil. That's its own story for a different place, for a different time. But I will say that, do you know that Fleetwood Mac was a Fleetwood Mac before Stevie and Lindsey joined the band?
I knew that, but I don't think I've ever heard any of their music.
All right.
Which is surprising.
Yeah, it is surprising. I bet you've heard them.
Maybe.
You remember that Judas Priest song, Green Melanishi with a two-pronged crown?
No.
I was hoping you'd say yes. You love Judas Priest. I even pinched you to agree with me and say yes.
Yes, I do remember.
So Green Melanishi with a two-pronged crown is actually a Judas Priest covering early Fleetwood Mac back when Peter Green was the leader of the band. So Peter Green led Fleetwood Mac as this really great guitar player and the lead vocalist from about 1967 until his departure in 1970. So you had Mick Fleetwood on drums, you had John McVie on bass. Christy McVie had not joined the band yet. She would join in 1970 on keyboards and backing vocals. And then actually in 1970, Peter Green left Fleetwood Mac and went solo. But there were other members of the band. Obviously, there you had Mick Fleetwood, you had John McVie, Christy McVie came aboard, and there were two other guys in the band whose names I do forget. But they kind of had this stagnant time without Peter Green, but prior to the lineup, the super lineup that we would come to enjoy and that would become world famous. The lineup of drummer Mick Fleetwood, bassist John McVie, keyboardist Christy McVie, singer and tambourine player Stevie Nicks, singer and guitar picking virtuoso Lindsey Buckingham, right? And so this album cover here probably looks a lot like another album cover you know by them. Their first album with this lineup was just called Fleetwood Mac, and it had a very similar looking album cover, but without Stevie on it. So anyway, let's talk a bit about Fleetwood Mac when it comes to this album. Did you know this album was surrounded by a great deal of drama and rumors?
You had told me that, and it's very interesting. So why don't you tell them?
Absolutely. So for those of you who don't know, Rumours is called Rumours for a very good reason, because there were a lot of rumors spinning around in the press about Fleetwood Mac and what they were up to and who was sleeping with who and who was doing drugs and who had, adopted children. It was supposed that Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham had adopted a child, but it turned out that that child was a niece of one of the other members of the band or something to that effect. So, although there were a lot of rumors floating around about them, there was a lot of truth to the rumors too. For instance, this album was fueled on cocaine and really, really late nights where they actually wouldn't start recording until after midnight and then record all the way up until sunrise and then sleep throughout the day. Speaking of
Wow.
sleeping, there was a lot of sleeping around during this album.
Do tell.
Do tell. Who do you think were together? Obviously, John McVie and Christy McVie, right? They were
Yeah.
married, right? So they were together, right? Mm,
Oh,
yeah, things started to fall apart for them.
okay.
What about Stevie and Lindsay?
Well, yeah, they were together for several years,
Yes.
right? During this album, they were together,
During
right?
they sort of were.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of stuff happened. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break from the discussion of Fleetwood Mac and all those salacious rumors, and we're going to have our first hot sauce,
Okay.
known as Cholula. Now you know Cholula, right?
Yep. Yep.
Let's grab
Absolutely.
her. She shows up
We know her.
everywhere, everywhere. Would you call her the
Cholula.
Mexican Franks, maybe?
Cholula. Frank's? What do you
Frank's
mean?
hot sauce. You know Frank's? You don't know Frank's hot sauce? The one that you put on wings, Frank's hot sauce. Well, this might be the last show with Lisa being a co-host. She
I
doesn't know
never said I was
the
an
most
expert.
popular hot sauce in the world, and she doesn't know what Frank's hot sauce
I
is.
told you I was never a hot sauce girl.
It's like not
That's
knowing.
why this is so exciting.
It's like not knowing.
Don't ask me those kinds of questions.
It's like knowing Coke, but not knowing who Pepsi is.
Who's Pepsi?
Well, anyway. So
No, really, who's Pepsi?
Pepsi. So Cholula hot sauce, lots of variations, but this is the one you see in pretty much every single restaurant. It's great on eggs.
Yep, I agree.
It's great.
I think I've had that on eggs.
Are you agreeing with me just to agree with me?
No, I'm not agreeing with you to agree with you, but I agree with you.
In principle.
Yes.
So Cholula is the one that's the Mexican Franks. You could put it on eggs. You could put it on anything. And we're just going to do this. Listen, not every time that we host a show are we going to be doing the independent sauces or the blow your mind sauces, right? I mean, there's some great store-bought sauces. If you watch one of our shorts, you see us in Market Basket. And there are tons of awesome hot sauces there. In Market Basket, we have no other lyrics for that. All right, so let's try some Cholula. And since you said you're not really familiar with it, I will say it's the rich
So
red
got
one
our
here.
Five Guys French fries.
You dip first, ladies
Right
first
here.
all the time.
Now, what would you say on a scale of 1 to 10? This is what, like a 2?
2.
Yeah.
I'd give Cholula a 2.
Mild.
Yep. And I've got multiple fries in my hand. I'm hungry. Oh, I made you try.
Multiple fries.
I made you try the wrong one. I did it to you again, I think.
Wait, what?
I might have made you try the.
I was gonna say it's not a 2 that I
Melinda's.
just ate, but I wasn't
Hold
gonna
on.
say anything. It's probably like a 3 or 4.
All right.
Not a big deal.
Guess what we did?
What? Don't tell me.
No, not we. I fucked up. So basically, this is we did this Melinda's. We're gonna get to that in a moment.
Wait, which one is Melinda's? Was that the hottest one?
Yeah, she's really getting good at this.
I'm building a tolerance because I literally thought that's like a 3.
Do that one. All right.
Oh, now we did the best for last.
That's Cholula.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just enough flavor. It's not very hot at all. Very mild. Just adds that little bit of a zingy zing.
Zingy zing. All right. I wanna like have you do this. Come on. Read these songs off this album.
Oh my god, these songs are all amazing. Okay. Say You Love Me.
I love you.
Secondhand News.
Oh.
Dreams. Never Going Back Again. Don't Stop.
Thinking About Tomorrow.
Go Your Own Way.
I will.
Songbird. You Make Lovin' Fun. I Don't Want to Know. Oh Daddy. And Gold Dust Woman.
Incredible.
Amazing lineup. Amazing.
Incredible album.
There is not one song on this album that if you even know Fleetwood Mac remotely, that you can't say you identify with or know. Like it's unbelievable.
It is. And I mean, when you think about the songwriting for this album, first of all, the album was recorded mostly in Sausalito, California. And it was this like shack looking studio. The band went there and they didn't think, they're like, what's this place? It's not going to have a great sound. And it actually turned out to have a pretty good sound. They did have some problems with the drums, some percussion issues that they had to do some reproduction and tweaking later. But for the most part, other than the fact that they did use multiple studios, most of it was done in the studio in Sausalito. But the problem was, it was also in a hippie community and not far from a biker bar. And they had access to all the cocaine and alcohol they wanted to right outside the studio. So that became an issue. Now, I am going to read to you a little bit. Hope you don't mind because I don't have everything up in this noggin, believe it or not. But let's talk about the emotions and the backstage drama of this album. It was intense. Honestly, a huge a huge reason that Rumor feels the way that it does. Christy and John McVie just divorced. Stevie and Lindsay were breaking up. And Mick Fleetwood just found out his wife was having an affair, which eventually led to him and Stevie having an affair of their own. Yeah, and all of these relationships imploded and had a direct effect on the songwriting and the tension in the studio. But that tension made these incredible song lyrics, these incredible songs.
Thank God for drama.
Thank God for the drama. Thank God for the rumors.
Right?
Thank God for the fact that they went through all this. This album wouldn't have had the content that it did and went in the direction that it did and had, from front to back, just incredible songs. So if you think about that, it really helped them.
Well, now that I'm looking at the back of this album, everyone's hugging everyone in different little groups. Kind of makes sense now when you know the backstory.
I mean, look at that. So if you look at that, I mean, were they forced into that? You have to wonder. And a little tidbit for you. My mom, when I was young, and my mom was in her mid-20s, because my mom had me very young. I actually have vague memories of sitting on her lap, and she would be singing Landslide, which is from the previous album. Beautiful song sung by Stevie Nicks. And my mom actually had a very similar singing style and rasp to Stevie Nicks. She had a beautiful voice. I wish she had done more with it and used it, but she was just kind of one of those quiet, I'm going to do it at home singers. But yeah, so that's a memory, the early memory that I have about my mom and sounding like Stevie Nicks. What memories do you have wrapped around Fleetwood Mac?
Well, mine is kind of a funny memory, whereas me and a couple of friends, I was probably 16 at the time, 15 or 16, because we didn't drive. I don't think any of us drove at the time. So probably 15. We bought tickets to Fleetwood Mac. Gosh, they were playing in Boston, and I think they were probably $22 a ticket.
Oh, what I'd give
Remember
to pay those cheap prices
$17, $22.
Yeah, absolutely.
They had amazing acts opening up for them.
Mm-hmm.
I should have researched who it was that opened up for them. Obviously, I didn't go because me and my friends, we were at some party and we had to hurry and catch the train going into Boston, and we missed the train, I think by like 8 or 10 minutes. And we missed the entire concert. We're like, oh, well, all right, go back to the party.
Wait. Was this Fleetwood Mac or Stevie by herself?
No, this was Fleetwood Mac. I know. But we were like, you know what? It's okay. We'll see them next year.
I don't know what's hurting me more, the fact that you didn't know what Frank's hot sauce was or that you missed Fleetwood Mac.
And we were like, oh, that sucks. All right, let's go back to the party.
Oh.
I know. That also happened with, oh, you don't even want to hear that. No, it was Milli Vanilli. We went the wrong way on the highway. Once we realized we were 45 minutes in the wrong direction, my friend Dawn was with me. We were like, oh, forget it. We missed Milli Vanilli. As we know now, we wouldn't have seen Milli Vanilli anyways because it was never really them. But I won those tickets on Kiss 108.
Really?
So I didn't care so much that we missed them because it was like, oh, they were free, whatever. But yeah, Fleetwood Mac, that was devastating. now that I think about it. But at the time, it was like a whatever kind of experience. Also, yeah, we'll catch him next year. No big deal. Let's go
Um,
potty.
I think I can beat that, unfortunately.
Oh, what?
I had the opportunity to see Jeff Buckley play the Middle East in Cambridge, and I was not in the state at the time. And I said, well, he'll come around again, and we know how that ended. So, and we'll get into that in this Jeff Buckley episode. Jeff Buckley was one of my favorite musicians of all time. I was devastated when we lost him. But anyway.
But see, and that's the thing. Sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
no problem.
But that's the thing. It's like you think that you'll always have that opportunity to see them next year or see them next tour. You really don't know if you do. You know, that's why my advice is, and then we have tickets to go see Sebastian Bach soon. It's like you just don't know if these people are going to be around. You know, you don't know, God forbid they lose their voice, or like Steven Tyler. I was thinking, oh my God, how awesome would it be to go see him at Fenway Park for New Year's Eve? And then he canceled his entire tour. So it's like, take that opportunity when you can, because you just really don't know if you'll have it again.
Yep,
That's
absolutely.
My words of advice.
Go to the concert.
Yes.
Go to the concert.
That's
it. Go to the freaking concert.
Do it.
Don't miss it.
Go.
You know?
Catch the next train.
Do it now.
Uber.
Be free.
Take the Uber.
Take the Uber. So okay, let's get on to the second hot sauce here. Now,
okay.
I think of these as the two ladies in Fleetwood Mac, okay? Like Stevie Nicks and Christy McVie. And this is a collection of the Kings. This is King's Scotch Bonnet, and this is from Pepper Palace that we went to. You saw it in the shorts that we went to up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And so Scotch Bonnet, this one is a Scotch Bonnet is a pepper that's very popular in Jamaica and in the islands. Well, anyway, Scotch Bonnet sauce is popular there too. And Jessie from Pepper Palace up in Portsmouth had said that a Jamaican woman had come into the store and she actually tried some and said, you know, this is the closest that I've tasted to the hot sauces that we make on the island. So, I mean, I was really impressed and I wound up buying some. So we already have some here.
He
but
taught us a lot of things.
Yeah, he taught us. Remember, he taught us that we can use purgatory as a weapon. Definitely watch that short video. So this one is like a...
Which one now? I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, this is King's
like the
Scotch Bonnet. It's a greenish yellow one.
And it's supposed to be like, what, 3 or 4?
I consider it like a 3 or a 4. So this has a strong vinegar base and pairs with just about any dish. The ingredients are Scotch Bonnet peppers, water, vinegar, lime juice, onion, garlic, and ginger. Yeah, this is great. By the way, I failed to mention that Cholula is made by Spicy Liquid LLC in Delaware, and that they have in this, it's water, arbol and piquin peppers, salt, vinegar, garlic powder, and it's found in virtually every restaurant. It's like the Mexican Franks, baby.
Why did they say water?
Because there's water in it. There's water and vinegar in every hot sauce.
Okay.
So,
that's really good.
Yeah.
And I can taste like the lime. That would be amazing on a wings. We're not doing wings tonight. We're doing French fries, which is fine.
We're not a wing. We're not a wing show.
This was actually something we talked about, kind of joking around last time, or I was joking around like, that would be good, right?
You can put it on that chip.
Put it on that chip.
Put it on a chip.
Actually. Great idea.
Great idea. And I'll tell you, I love the fries from Five Guys. Don't you?
Oh my gosh. And their burgers were amazing too. We just had a double cheeseburger.
Yeah. We're never going to promote health on this show. Ever. Sit home on your lazy fat ass, listen to vinyl records, and eat tons of shit with hot sauce. That's pretty much what this is about.
Hey, hot sauce burns calories.
Damn right it does. Go to the concert.
It's equivalent to doing...
Burn the calories.
10 minutes on the Stairmaster. Let's just say that.
That's right. Damn it. All right. So we've got 2 hot sauces down and 1 more to go, but let's talk some more Fleetwood Mac.
Yes, let's do.
If you had to pick one song on this album to do...
Where's the list?
Okay, if you had to pick one song on this album to do in karaoke and no other song...
karaoke?
Yeah, which one would it be?
Oh my God. As a duet or alone?
Oh, that's a good question. What do you think? All right, so I'm going to ask you out there while she's looking at that list. In the comments, please drop your favorite song off the album Rumors, and also let me know which is the better of the two Stevie Nicks duets. Stop Dragging My Heart Around with Tom Petty or Leather and Lace with Don Henley. Both songs I love. Both songs I would certainly duet with my lady here. But again, what is your favorite song on Rumors? Drop it in the comments. And which of the two is the best duet song? Leather and Lace or Stop Dragging My Heart Around?
And
All
also,
right.
I want to hear from everybody, like what this album means to them, or a song on the album, what it means to them.
That's
You know,
a
a
good one too.
memory, like what we just did, like a memory.
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
Gosh, I don't know. My voice is horrible, so I mean, I would probably say You Make Love and Fun, or Go Your Own Way, or The Chain.
Nope. It has to be one.
It
All
has
right.
to be one.
Can I tell you? Okay, so I got to say, when we go to a restaurant together, which is quite often, this is how it is with the menu. It will go on and on and on. It's like, well, no,
It's like, don't give me choices. Just say,
I'm not ready yet, Bridget. Can you please come back?
I just need 3 or 4
I'm having
choices.
an existential crisis here. I need to look at the menu a little longer. What? I don't know if I choose the chicken or the pork.
Dramatic. I'm not that dramatic.
Uh,
Anyways, choices are great, but it just stumps me.
all right,
So,
I'll take that back.
all right, give me 2 songs and I'll choose.
All right. Which ones did you say?
Nope, just choose 2 songs for me and I'll choose.
Go Your Own Way or Say You Love Me. See? Do you see this? Do you see what's happening right now?
I'm playing it out in my head.
Listen, what would you pick for Lisa? What would you pick for Lisa?
All right, there we go. I'll leave it up to you.
Oh my goodness. So by the way, what's cool about Fleetwood Mac too is they're not just they're a band from people from multiple countries. So there are British people in the band, there are American people in the band, and that all happened actually when Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks joined, right? Because they're American, but everybody else in the band was British. And back when Peter Green was leading the band, they were all British. But I have to say, what you don't know is that earlier Fleetwood Mac was probably more akin to like a Leonard Skinner meets ZZ Top. Definitely like this rhythm and blues rock.
I'll have to listen.
Lots of jamming out. A lot of songs were instrumentals back then as well when John wasn't singing, and he was a virtuoso guitar player. I don't know what would have happened if he stayed in Fleetwood Mac. I don't think they would have really gotten that big. I think that music was changing by 75-ish. Like, if you think about it, even Rush, right? Prog rock. Prog rock was growing. They were having shorter songs with a verse. Prog rock?
Oh, progressive?
Progressive rock, prog rock, right. Okay. So if you think about like Yes, early Rush, King Crimson.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, so those songs are long and very complex. They're not radio ready. Whereas, this Fleetwood Mac, AOR, album-oriented rock, you want to have a great 3 to 4 minute long song with the kicks right in. Don't bore us, get to the chorus, and repeat the chorus multiple times.
Don't bore us, get to the chorus.
And remember, this is back when songs used to fade out instead of stop dead. I miss that. You like the fade or the dead stop when it's a song on an album?
Fade.
Fade, yeah, me too. I'm a fade guy.
I think we grew up to fade.
We grew up to fade. We did.
Yeah.
So anyway, Fleetwood Mac Rumors. We're gonna actually end it in a moment, but we are going to go back to the sauce that we weren't supposed to have in the beginning.
See, I already tried
and she did really well. But
it's do it again. Let's
Melinda's Ghost Pepper Wing Sauce. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. And it's a fiery blend of ghost, cayenne, and signature habanero peppers with vegetables and garlic. Enjoy on wings, chicken, firecracker, shrimp, wraps, sandwiches, practically everything. Put it on pizza. Put it on your thighs, baby. This hot sauce is for everything, literally everything. Go to the concert. Don't miss the show. Burn calories. Put it on your thighs. Five Guys, burgers, and thighs. All right, we're going to have some hot sauce.
Oh, my God.
So, all right. Ready?
All right, which one?
This one for sure.
Ready? Together, do it.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. Dip it in real good. Dip it in that shit. What's your favorite hot sauce tonight?
Wow. Well, this one is very, very mild.
Yes.
So it's between those two, but they're very different. So this one from Peppa Palace, what's the name of it again?
King Scotch Bonnet.
King Scotch Bonnet. It's very like limey. Picture it, like you were saying, the Jamaican sauce, whatever.
Jamaica McCrazy.
Jamaican McCrazy. And the Melinda's
Creamy.
has that nice little bit. It's just peppery, just a little bit. I would not even say, honestly, that's not even like a 5.
This girl's getting good. She's getting good, but I guess we're gonna have to challenge her on our next episode.
Oh.
Who will it be on the next episode? We don't even know. We just
Any
know.
ideas? Let us know.
We're still gonna
We're
probably get you to
open.
the punch. But if you guys comment and you share this page, we want you to tell your friends. Look at this crazy old Gen X couple that's dressing like Fleetwood Mac and doing this video. And I will say in the near future, we're certainly going to have something Sebastian Bach related. Since we're going to see him up at the Hampton Casino Ballroom. Meet us up there on March 22nd. Sebastian Bach is playing. I pray his voice is in good shape and that he sounds good.
Care.
You don't even care. You just want
to
want to see that big Goliath ape guy flipping his hair out and stuff.
Yes.
I love Sebastian. In my opinion, there was a time when he was one of the greatest singers on the planet. And you know what? He still has a lot of it. He still has a lot.
My teenagehood, my young adulthood, it's just a memory. It's just looking at him. It's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Right?
Can't wait.
But better, a lot better than that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's been doing this so long now. Who knows what he's going to sound like? But
I know what I sound like at this age. And these guys sound better than me.
You have a great voice. You have a good voice. You have a very good voice. He does not have confidence in his voice. It's amazing.
Until next time on SFTV, I'm John.
And I'm Lisa.
And we are Spinning Flames. Good night.